Jacoby, is it that we do?
We make sure we take the time, the energy to the people what they want.
Nikola Jokic almost single-handedly ended Jazz win streak, but we start this, Jalen Rose. The Detroit Lions are in the show. Detroit Lions are starting the show. Why? Because they traded the Rams for Jared Goff, a third-round pick and 2 first-round picks. As a Lions fan, when you get this news, how do you feel about
it? It's how I feel. So, by the way, you ever heard the term a day and a dollar short?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this trade actually going to be. I really like Matthew Stafford. Thank you for putting on for my city. Thank you for playing injured. Thank you for all of the amazing comebacks and throws that I saw you have throughout your career. You know how I talk about people playing for that franchise, and I say, free Darius Slay, an all-pro first-team player, and give him a chance to go somewhere else and shine. I said this about Matthew Stafford, Jacoby, the last 3 seasons. Imagine if he was playing with the Rams this year. And so I believe, you ready for this? This is great, Matthew Stafford. It's great that we can show the pictures with him, Clayton Kershaw, when they were 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 years old. Like, that's going to win the Super Bowl. But let me tell you something. Anybody that says that the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl this year for adding Matthew Stafford, y'all must ain't watched the Lions play the last game.
You go see Lions game, who has it? Because I have to watch Lions games because I watch you. And I'm telling you, Matthew Stafford is not bringing them to Super Bowl. First of all, he's either hurt and not playing or playing and look like he's hurt. And he barely moves in the pocket at all. I mean, he had back problems, leg problems, shoulder problems, neck problems. So we'll see. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for McVay. Obviously, they scored on Goff. But I'm not sure that this is to the Super Bowl for the Los Angeles Rams. I don't know, but continue.
I agree with you, fam. So instead of us draft our future at quarterback last year, because Justin Herbert's really nice in a Charger uniform, or Tua might have potential. Instead of us doing that, we now parlay Matthew Stafford into 3 picks, 2 first round, 1 third round, and we get a quarterback in their mid-20s that was just starting Super Bowl 2 years ago. If he works, he'll be there long term. But if he doesn't work, we can get him underneath that deal 2 years. And while we still have him, we can still draft and acquire our quarterback, the future. I love this for my Detroit Lions. I love this for Matthew Stafford. But I got to keep saying this. Anybody that feels like the Rams adding Matt Stafford now make them the favorite in the NFC and they're going to win the Super Bowl, like, I'm judging you. Like, I'm really judging you. You have not been watching my Detroit Lions the last 2 years, if you believe that.
Well, I generally don't watch the second half of Lions games, usually down by 3 touchdowns. That's when I stop paying attention.
Hey, Jacoby, how about this? I saw a rip on SportsCenter of Matthew Stafford comebacks. It was like 4 of them. Do y'all know that we down every week? What? We down every week.
Watching you Lions games is one of the most depressing experiences. You know what? I do like this for both sides. Obviously, the Rams, they had gotten everything they need from Goff to get out from under the contract, and they do feel like got a window right now with the defense that they have and some of the weapons that they have at the receiver position, Cam Akers. They're going to make a run at it. So good for them. But those 2 first-round picks are going to come real handy for the Lions. And we tell you, this doesn't put the Rams in the Super Bowl. This doesn't put the Lions playoffs. This doesn't do much for the Lions. But maybe 2026, 27, when some of those picks get a few years experience,
make the playoffs.
Maybe you can make the playoffs. Not win a game, but make the playoffs. And that would be a huge win for Detroit in the franchise. We had an extremely exciting basketball contest between the Nets and the Wizards, and it came down to craziness at the very end. You've seen by now Bradley Beal come down and hits a 3. Joe Harris tries to get to Durant, can't, and there it is. That's Beal a 3. So now they're down 2 right now. Harris tries to hit Durant. Nope, he's gone. And it gets to Russell Westbrook, who hits another 3. And ultimately, they win the game. Jalen, to tell you more about Wizards turning it around or the Nets not able to stop anybody from scoring points.
So you appreciate this, Jacoby. Last night when I was watching this game, you know what I decided? I decided I love basketball. Like, seriously, I love basketball. Our OG director, Tommy, said this was like old school ABA. And you know, I took a lot of heat like 10 years old as the big veteran, played for Mike D'Antoni when I came out in like 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and like I never heard the man say word defense. I took a lot of heat for that. People thought that I was bitter and hating because I got DMVs. I was telling the truth. You know how I approached it. And while the Nets are amazing to watch offensively, and they were playing without James Harden, and Kyrie taking his liberties offensively and being aggressive, being a terrific scorer, and so AD. You don't have ball up front, and you can't contain a dribble. Point guard and the center are the pillars of your defense and your offense. If you contain Sexton's dribble, if you can't contain Russell Westbrook's dribble, I don't care how talented you are. The other team is always confident when they're scoring. How many times you're playing basketball, Jacoby, and somebody make a shot, they look at their teammates like, let's go, let's go. Because they score, you feel better about yourself. And you be playing against Washington, you could be playing against anybody. As long as the other team getting buckets, they're gonna be in the game. So that's something I know for a fact. 3, 2, 1. As these cords are on my feet and I'm barefoot right now on the show.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Let me tell you something.
Put the way. Put the
I
way.
love basketball. Hey, look, I love basketball. So it reminded me that I want to play. I want to play some basketball, dog.
What are you doing?
I'm
Why don't you
coming
have
back,
socks
dog.
on? Why don't you have socks on? What happened? It's a blizzard outside.
I took them
What
off.
is happening?
I took them off.
Put your shoes back on. Put your shoes
I'm going to come back. And what it showed me, that, you ready for this? I could play for the Nets. I was like, I could play the Nets. You saw Joe Harris at the end of the game with that bounce pass? I could have did that. That could have been me.
Everything else that Joe Harris did today, you could not do. But you could have done.
Oh, my damage.
I love the fact that you just took your feet out on that television and you said you could play for the Nets. You could play defense because I've seen you play, okay? Not exactly a stopper. Jalen, someone who's playing in the NBA very well. I used to affectionately call stretch mark 5. I do that no longer because Nikola Jokic has slimmed down. He gave the Jazz some buckets. 47 points, only missed 9 field goals all game long, 12 rebounds, and an 11-game streak for the Jazz. Jalen, can we just celebrate my man Nikola Jokic? Can we just celebrate him, please?
Let's do that. And let me tell you what made me feel a little emotional yesterday. When my guy Joker was balling, I looked at my phone. I had so many people calling to give me a shout because my guy was doing. They're like, oh, you see your guy. Like, Jacoby, I've said this to you. It shouldn't be fair to have crush on a player that I cover. That's what I have with the Joker. The thing is, it's all skill, intellect, and real estate. When you play Monopoly, you boardwalk in place and you want to put all hotels on it. That man right there, that's Mediterranean. That's Baltic. You don't even see him coming. Every time you go around, you gotta pay the Joker. Look at him. Look at Jacoby. That's Rudy Gobert. That's the defensive player of the year. 1-on-1 on the post. Runners, floaters, threes, dimes. Playing them 1-on-1, it don't matter. I'm gonna tell you guys this. The Joker is a lot closer to winning MVP this season than people realize. So I'll just say that into a microphone. As the season continues to progress, you realize, like, a minute. He makes wearing points, wearing rounds, wearing assists, wearing steals, and the Nuggets record is what? Remember what I told you. At the end of the year, people going to want to say LeBron. They're going to say KD. We're going to want to give it to Luka. It's like, man, the Joker, that business. It was great to see my guy work.
Well, you know LeBron won an MVP trophy. He's no longer the number 1 team in the Western Conference. And he saw those numbers because he was like, oh, man. Oh, man. He's like, oh, man. I'm going to have to put up for you. In time for some very important news that matters. Jalen, you know TMZ always journalistically perfect. And they put out these pictures because they tried to see if they were photos. They tried to see if they were doctored, and they are not. That right there is California. That is an unidentified flying object. That's not a plane, Jalen. That's not a blimp. That is a UFO driven by aliens. You can't take this time. You've been denying it for years. Is that a UFO or not?
I don't believe that's a UFO, Jacoby.
What is it then? What is
remember, man, that's a Mork from Ork. Nanu.
No, every time that you bring up, every time we talk about this, all you do is you bring up Mort and say Nanu. That's all you do. Bring your feet out again. Take your feet out again. Show the people the course. Show the people the course.
Hey, you want basketball? It's hazards of the job. Hazards of the job. I got corners all 10 toes. I'm 10 toes down. I'm 10 corners down.
When we come back, Jalen, I mentioned it before. The Los Angeles Clippers have the best in the snowy Seaport District of Manhattan, and brought to you by Heineken. Well, back to Jalen and Jacoby. It's time for the segment where we decide what we discuss is keep it moving.
Woo! Tang! Woo! Tang!
If you discuss the topics, set the breaks. If not, we will keep it moving. And we start with the new number 1 team in the Western Conference, the Los Angeles Clippers. Keep it moving or hit the breaks. Jalen. Last year, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard teamed up with the Clippers. You jumped right on the bandwagon. You said we're going to win the championship, and they flamed out in the bubble. Now everyone's not talking about them anymore. Jalen, are people just discarding the Clippers because flamed out in the bubble last?
The great American philosopher David Jacoby taught me to keep expectations down. And when you put together Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, the expectations were so high, people like me sprained their ankles, jump on and off the bandwagon. Now they get to fly under the radar with the Lakers, and that's making moves. Giannis re-signed with the Bucks. The Sixers and Embiid, the Celtics, Tatum and Brown, they fly under the radar. The expectations not changed. Let's see if Kawhi Leonard has what it takes to still be his Clippers in the Western Conference.
You know I'm a die easy man. I love Emmanuel Quick so much. I love Emmanuel Quick so much. He's fast, he's control, he's a bucket. And that floater, he is mud with the floater. He is Tony Parker with the floater. He shoots so well from that floater, and they just want to give him a big out. Emmanuel Quick, giving Knicks fans something to look forward to. It's been about a decade. Moving on. Just another game winner from Dame Lillard. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes.
We'll hit the brakes on this one. The latest to feel the wrath of Dame time are the Chicago Bulls. Jalen, he just seems to have a knack for this kind of stuff. He just seems to have a knack. The game is on the line. At the end, he does that. What Dame?
What I think of Dame is if I have a final shot of game and look at my huddle and I see Curry and Dame Lillard, I'm really trying to figure who calling the play for. That's how much I trust Dame in those situations. And they were down 5 in this game. And I know showing the 3 that won the game, but we're not showing the walk-up that he pulled on the left side, shot it from Highland Park, Illinois, to cut the lead. And so this really impressive by Dame. And shout out to Method Man as we do the Keep Moving segment. It made me think of your lovely wife, Joey Jacoby, and I want to give her a shout on the documentary she produced with Wendy Williams as she was eating Doritos with caviar. It just made me think, you know what? Maybe he'll produce a documentary on us one day. Maybe we do it behind the scenes on this show. What do you think about that?
He has no interest in talking to me or you. And she's got plenty of us. Moving on. Deshaun Watson has made some adjustments to his social media accounts. Keep moving.
Deshaun Watson. You just got to keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Houston got to step up.
New Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni had head-scratching introductory press conference. Remember your man Dan Campbell was talking about eating knees, Adam Gase with eyes. Well, now we present you the latest. Sirianni.
We're gonna have systems in place that are easier to learn. All right, complicated the defense, offense that they're going against, the special teams group they're against, but easy for us to learn. Because we can put that, when we can learn our system and we can get good at our system, then our talent can take over.
Listen, I can barely understand you, and I know I fumble my words all the time. But my man, when you think about how simple this is going to be, you can't make it sound that complicated. Jalen, thoughts?
And also, Jacob, the Philadelphia Eagles did everything they could to give this man the job. Do you realize they showed up at his job interview, and with COVID and some travel restrictions, he felt like he was not dressed for the interview. He was not suited and booted. So you know what the rest of the room did to make him comfortable? They dressed down also. How about that? And he goes to the press conference. He goes to the press conference and he says, our systems are going to be really easy for players to allow their talent to take over, but complicate for the defense, the offense that they're going against, right? So all that is mumbo jumbo. You know it, and I know it.
It sounded when he prepared for the speech. I'm going to just hold the systems, how easy it's going to be, let our talent take over. But the delivery was so off. My man, we have some very special birthday shots for Jalen Rose.
Right.
It's Jalen always
right.
celebrates his
You're
birthday
right.
for month at a time. We're not breaks, we're giving. Welcome back to Jalen Jacoby. In a new year, Jalen celebrates his birthday for about 2 months in a row. This year, due to COVID restrictions, it's been shrunken down to about a week. But we're not done celebrating Jalen's birthday. That went on Saturday, and we some other people want to give you a shout.
1973, a.k.a. D. Milkman, a.k.a. my pops, my dad. Just want to wish you a happy birthday, man. Congrats on turning 48. Love you.
J. Rose, happy birthday, my G.
Big no.
40. No, we're going to stay at 25. I want you many more, my brother. Blessings. Enjoy your day. Like I said, your day. Happy birthday. May God bless many more, my G.
And Jalen, green suit, okay, I thought you looked great. You got a haircut, but the green Tims, I don't know what you're doing there. What you're doing there.
Seasonal series. You got on the 3's wool suit, and you got to have on green suede Tims. You already know what it is, Jacoby. Midwest, East Coast, baby.
Well, Jalen, one of your legacies will not just be a great career and all the people's lives you touched throughout the world. It's your name, Jalen. You have a Jalen of the Week to celebrate on your birthday week. Jen Hawkins of Norfolk State did this. Look at my man representing aliens.
Look out. Like Redman would say, look out. Oh, my goodness. Look how he come back. The defender do the walk of shame.
Happy birthday, my brother. Look forward to seeing you in person soon.